Okay, so if you follow me on Snapchat, somewhere on the screen my Snapchat username will be, but where will it be? No one knows except for you, because I'll put it somewhere. You will know that I am terrified of flying. I hate it, and I have to do it a lot for my job, and it's the world's worst thing. I get really stressed, and it's terrifying. I mean, you are 6 billion feet in the air inside a tin can filled with farts. Who in their right mind would ever want to travel that way? How does something 6 billion tons in weight get so high and stay that way? I don't know. I don't understand physics, and I don't understand how wind power can possibly lift that thing off the ground. Now, I've noticed a couple of things when I fly, and that is people really piss me off. Like, they neck level piss me off. For example, so this is basically how a day travelling goes for me. First of all, no matter the length of the trip, I don't pack until like 12 hours before my flight takes off. Otherwise I get too nervous and I'm like, oh, have I packed the right things? And I go through everything. And then getting to the airport. Now, if I had my way, I would get to the airport 3 weeks in advance and sit there and wait. But that's not very ergonomical, and so instead, I usually get to the airport 2 hours before I fly. Oh, Christian, that's a normal amount if you're flying internationally. Not if you're flying domestically. You only really need to be there 40 minutes before. But no, just to be safe, I like to get there 2 hours before and sit in the food court and eat the fear away. And the fear never gets eaten away. The fear eats away at me. But there's one thing I've noticed when I get to the gate, because I'm usually there good 4 days in advance, and that is people who board a plane are the most annoying people in the history of the world. It's almost like we're in an apocalypse. So you're at the gate and you know your flight's about to board, and you know they're going to ask for parents with kids, people with special requirements, or business and one world travellers. And that's the PA announcement. And you see at the gate, the stewardess is leaning into the mic. But you know she's going to say business first, special needs first. Yet you bolt like it's the end of the world. Oh my gosh, she's going to announce the boarding. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd now like to invite those that require special assistance or business and first class to board through the front entrance. And everyone runs. And I literally want to go, sit the fuck down. You're a peasant who bought an economy ticket. So all the peasants are lining up and all the business class people are going in through the special business class gate. And then you hear this. We'd now like to invite those seated through 1 to 15 to board through the front entrance and rows 16 to 34 to board through the rear stairs. Holy shit! It is like cattle. Now what do they call it? Cattle class? We all act like cows. Everyone runs and pushes in, and it's like every man for himself. The world is ending. Oh my God, the plane's going to leave without me. Oh, whatever will I do? Okay, first of all, if you're in a window seat, you need to be getting on the plane first. Because there is nothing more annoying than when you have an aisle seat and you're the first people to board, because you continually have to sit down and stand up to let the other people in, and it is the single most frustrating thing because it slows the entire process down. So aisle seat people, sit the fuck down and wait till the end. People with more than 3 pieces of carry-on luggage, you're only allowed 2. Okay? And you have 7. And that's clearly not allowed. Then you spend the next 7 years trying to fit your 7 pieces of carry-on into my overhead locker, and I can't put my 1 piece of carry-on on because you are a real moron pain in the butt. I couldn't come up with a creative insult, so I'm going to go with that one. I just hate flying so much. And I always like to sit at the back of the plane. For some reason, I feel so much safer, like at the last possible seat by the window. I've travelled so many times right at the back that I know exactly when the noise of the weirdness happens, what the noises are. That's the gear thing wheels coming down. Oh, that's the stewardess falling over. Oh, that's the cart just banging around in the thing with the bobs. There's nothing to worry about, everyone. Nothing to worry about. One time, I had to sit in row 1A, and I have never, ever been more terrified. Here is why. If we were to die, right, I can't see what is happening. If the plane was to split in half and fall away, how would I know? I'm facing the wrong direction right at the front. I wouldn't be able to tell. I just wouldn't be able to tell because I'm sitting in 1A. If I was right at the back and we broke in half, I could just go, oh, we've broken in half. But that's okay because I can see that things aren't looking good. But at least I'm prepared for the things that aren't looking good. And if you thought I was being irrational now, landing is the single worst thing in the history of the world. One time, I landed in a crosswind, which basically means instead of the plane coming in like this, with a gentle touchdown, it's coming in fucking sideways, and then at the last minute, it jolts forward and lands. I am not ashamed to admit that there were tears on that flight, and no one else seemed to be as panicked as me. I'm looking out the window, and I can look straight down the runway. I'm sorry, but if you can see straight down the runway, something is wrong, because we're facing the wrong direction. Hi, ding, and I was trying to scream to the stewardess, excuse me miss, we're facing the wrong direction and we're about to touch down and I can't handle this and I'm going to be sick. Flying is fun, I love to fly, yay. That's the song I sing myself before every flight. I've said goodbye to mum and I've said goodbye to dad because I'm probably gonna die today because I'm flying. How does that even happen? It's magic. It's sorcery. It's black magic. Kill it.